Authors don't care about power scaling. Do they? Yo, ItzJusArock. Late as always. Listen, I wanted to start something new on the channel here, and this is like, first try of that, where basically I take certain anime tweets that blow up and I talk about them. I feel like this would be a good thing for videos, maybe some shorts too, who knows. So if y'all see anything that you would want my opinion on, tag me, I'm around. But today we have a tweet that made its round on Twitter a little while ago. It was it's late even for my standards. Like, golly, this tweet was made back in March. Where the fuck were you? Don't worry about it, man. So let's start from the beginning, right? So it starts off with a guy named Jay. That's literally all they called him in the tweet, Jay. He went off on One Piece power scaling and quote unquote cooked Oda, right? Saying that there is no power scaling in the story, so it's a waste of time to even try and scale characters or try to understand the scaling of characters. I'll play the clip right here.
Flashback. Can we just admit it? Oda doesn't give a shit about power scaling. Let's be honest. Let's be really honest. Whatever he wants to write is the truth. That's it. The Holy Knights are trash. They're not good, but Oda will make them good because he wants to make them good. There's no coherency in Oda's power scaling at all. There never has been coherency in his power scaling at all. Haki, we thought we know everything about Haki, then he invents another thing about Haki that we need to know. Oh my god, how do you defeat a Holy Knight? More Conquerors Haki. What's the more Conquerors Haki? Oh, it's Mass. He gets one Mickey explanation. There is no power scaling in this story.
End of flashback.
So that's where we start with this, right? And I'll give my opinions on that in a second, but first let's get through the rest of it, where a guy by the name of Blessed Jug, that's literally, I'm literally reading it, Blessed Jug, replied and said, and I quote, authors don't care about power scaling, lol. To start this off, first of all, we have to understand the meaning of power scaling, right? Alexa, what is the definition of power scaling in anime?
From Power.com. Power scaling is determining the strength of a character by comparing them to another character.
Thank you. Okay, so
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I didn't even ask it. It's a work in progress. Listen, we trying to. Anyways, power scaling is simplest form, as Alexa just said. Comparing another character to another and seeing who is stronger, right? And this can be in many stances, many different variations, but that's just the simple breakdown of it in the least amount of words in the basic 5-year-old description I could give you, right? So I gotta in a way rationalize their thought to y'all before we get into what I think my argument is. We're basically saying that authors within these mangas and these shows and these animes do not care about, hey, this character's stronger than that character and that character's stronger than this character. Basically establishing who's stronger than who. Authors do not care about that. And not to be a J. Cole, but I kind of agree with both sides of the argument. Y'all gotta hear me out, bro. Listen. First thing I'm gonna do is argue against this point, because goddamn does it sound fucking stupid when you really just read it for what it is. Because let's be honest, bro, you mean to tell me that in a show, manga, whatever you want to, however you consume the media, it doesn't matter, to assume that the person who was writing this story literally is sitting there well, does it really matter who's stronger out of Itachi and Obito? What? Do you genuinely take a second and try and understand? Because if we don't have a power system, or not power system, we don't have power scaling, then certain things just won't make sense. If we just start saying, oh well, anyone can beat anyone, then we just lost the plot. There is no real plot to be had here, because a part of every shonen in general is the journey and process of the main character literally becoming stronger in order to be able to go against the stronger evils of said universe. So if we don't have certain characters to measure them up against and say, hey, are they strong? How are they going past this obstacle? Are they stronger than this character? How do they scale against this character? Like, think about, I'll even use Jujutsu Kaisen for an example. Think about all those times, that one scene where Jogo was sitting there talking like, how strong would you say I am compared to like Sukuna fingers? And then Kanjaku was like, I think you're around maybe like 7 to 8 fingers. Like, that in itself is scaling. They're literally saying, hey, compared to this threat, you can come around this level. Compared to this threat, you're around here maybe. That's a casual thing in any anime, manga, novel, anything, even like movies and TV shows. This type of shit gets shown in Avatar. This type of shit gets shown in Harry Potter, Star Wars, fucking Lord of the Rings. Like, this is everywhere. Like, to say that an author does not care about power scaling, it's honestly one of the dumbest things that you can say.
Meanwhile,
there's another side of the coin. This is where some people might get annoyed and try to be on some This is why I saved it for last, because I wanted to show y'all that yes, I understand your point and it is very, very, very valid. But I need y'all to understand something. When it comes to anime, and I won't even say just anime, when it comes to anime fans, power scaling does not mean the same thing as what Alexa just said. It doesn't mean it at all. I had to make sure that she didn't activate. She be on bullshit. I don't fuck with it. Brother, she be on bullshit. I don't fuck with it. I might. Oh, power scaling to anime fans doesn't look like a casual just, oh yeah, well, if we have Yuji fight fucking Mahito and he's able to pull off these moves, then we can be able to come to the conclusion that he then can work up to the point of being able to fight someone like Kenjaku later down the line. That's not how power scaling works with anime fans. They're sitting there like, but Goku can blow up a planet, so what the fuck can Superman do? Like, that's scaling for anime fans. Scaling for anime fans is sitting there like, he's planet level, he's planetary, and the other guy, he's only city level. So realistically, like, that's all y'all do. And the fact that really drives me crazy with it, I even spoke about this. I made 2 separate videos talking about why I don't like power scaling and why power scaling is a stupid conversation to have. And it's purely because not of how the writers do it. Sometimes it's kind of how the writers do it, but mainly because of the fans and how they perceive it. Because when fans are sitting there talking about, oh yeah, well, this character fights that character, they never begin to even try to factor in other things such as where they are, what's going on, what time of day is it. Man, y'all might think that shit don't matter, but it really fucking does. Conan versus Obito. That fight was a really close fight where Obito literally had to pull hacks, literal cheat hacks out of his playbook just to win. Now, let me ask you a question. If they just met on a random Monday morning in wherever the fuck else other than that ocean, if they just met some random other place and decided to fight, then would the fight still be that close? No. And a lot of people don't understand that. Or another thing that I could present to you, I can't really give like an actual like example of it because like I don't remember a time that I've seen it. I probably have seen it, I just can't remember it. But like, let's say for example, there's a character that has a bunch of powers, super good powers, and there's this other character that only has one, but that one power could beat the other guy. That one power is all they need. The other guy is way stronger, has proved it to, has shown it to, way stronger. It's just that this other guy has that one power that's a full counter. Does that mean he's just automatically stronger on a power scaling level? Does that just put him above the guy? No, because he's not actually stronger. He just has one countermeasure that works really good for him because it's a perfect counter. like when people are considering power scaling within like these conversations of power scaling, they're never actually trying to like really dive into like, yo, like what's really going on here. They're just sitting there like, well, he's planetary and this other guy is universal, so that means he can destroy more land than you, and because he can destroy more land than you, that means he's better than you and he would beat you in a fight. And that's why realistically authors in a way don't care about power scaling. They just don't care about your version of power scaling, because your version of power scaling is trying to figure out if Goku can beat this person and that person and da 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 da, and you're trying to like your version of power scaling is death battle. Realistically, there are actual critiques that can be put into power scaling and how authors power scale, but are they sitting there really trying to make sure that you have your perfect power scale? No, they don't care for your power scaling, and that's the main point I wanted to get across. So yeah, I'll leave it there. If y'all want to give some more opinions on this, feel free to leave them in the comments. I respond to all comments, most comments. If you try to get disrespectful, I'm sending the dogs after you. But anyways, listen. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out my social media link in the description down below. Check out the Discord, bro. Join the Discord. In the Discord, we can join together, have conversations, build a community. Next thing you know, we making videos together. Do you want to be in a video, yes or no? I've been wanting to do an anime hot take video for so long, where I can actually pull y'all into the Discord call and have y'all say what the hot take is. Brother, all you gotta do is be around. Join the community. We chilling, we vibing, we stream sometimes. Come join. But no pressure. I'm not Berleezy, but he's top 5. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace. What are you eating? Do you have food that you're eating while watching this? You should. What are you eating? Can I get a bite? Bro, y'all be so stingy with food, it actually pisses me off some days. You know that? Do you know that? It pisses me off, right? Unrelated, but did y'all peep that I'm recording this off the PC? How does it look? How does it look, you know? Do I look fresh? Do I look clean? The lighting kind of off a little bit because like the sun's going down as like I'm putting light shining on me, so it probably don't look the best because I usually try to record in the mornings when I have that pristine, like, you know, natural lighting. I'm my fault. I'm yapping.